You're listening, and now, watching, Retrospection Radio Theater, where you face your fears and find your peace. I'm your host, Noah Martin, and I'm proud to be here tonight. Featured in the cast tonight are Evan Kret as Maxwell Harkless, Ladyperez as Brynn Whitley, Staten as Emmaline McKinley, Ashley James as Maunus, with Abdul Dixon as Pat, Elijah Zink as Shaun, Heather Schultz, Newt Harvey, and Victoria Vahedy providing additional voices.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so who cares? You don't know me, but I know you. And you. And you. And you. Here's the thing. I've been watching for a long, long time. Since this place was covered in ice caps. Since this place was roamed by animals. Wabanaki, Frenchmen, and eventually Americans. It doesn't matter what was here. I've always been watching. And that's why I'm scared for my life right now, because everything like me used to be sleeping, or hiding, or watching. But we're slowly beginning to stir, and if I stay here, I'll be a fish in a bird cage! A small fish, but in a bird cage nonetheless. So, my dear audience, welcome to a story all about Maxwell Theodore Harkless, who is not me.
Welcome to the town of Madison, Maine. Tonight's story will explore the concept of self-sacrifice, a thing that too many people in my life know about too well. This story will follow two people with different worldviews as they grow up opposite one another. We begin our story in 2007 at the Harkless home at the edge of Rochette Court. This cul-de-sac has 3 other houses on it, with 3 other kids growing up around the same time as the youngest Harkless. The folks living here are relatively well off when it comes to necessities and luxuries. In fact, little Maxwell Harkless got nearly everything he ever wanted for his birthday growing up. Life was good. He'd go to friends' houses, to the movies, to playgrounds, and to wherever else children enjoy going. But it was specifically when he was a child in 2007 where his actions set a track record of being a lifelong public servant. He spent days filling in potholes up and down McKnight Street with his father and one of the other children in the neighborhood, Shaun White, of whom was about 2 years older than Maxwell. When MAD1 Radio heard about what had happened, they immediately went to Mr. Harkless asking consent to interview the children.
Maxwell, are you listening?
Sorry, I zoned out for a second there. I was thinking about something else.
They want to interview us.
Actually, we've only got time to interview one of you.
You can go, Shaun.
You sure?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'll make it up to you. I promise.
That interview played across MAD1 and the local TV station. Shaun went to school the following fall and bragged about how he single-handedly filled up a bunch of potholes. And then He pointed kids to the internet to watch the interview. Seeing he was on TV, the other kids started to gather around Shaun. He was invited to hangouts more often, and every time Maxwell tried to bring up how he had helped too, kids just laughed and called him a liar.
You weren't on the TV, Maxwell. Shaun was. That's proof.
But there was always one kid who believed Maxwell, a girl who lived on McKnight Street.
I saw you out there every day for 2 weeks.
Just 'cause he was on TV doesn't mean I didn't help. But I guess it's fine. I just won't be his friend anymore.
Oh.
Is that a problem?
No. If you don't want to be his friend, then you don't have to be his friend. Would you want to be my friend instead?
But you're a girl.
But I'm a boy girl. I like boy stuff.
Such as?
I like cars and video games and Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and fighting and swords and guns and...
You like Star Wars?
Uh-huh.
Do you have any lightsabers?
Yeah. I've got a double-bladed one, some clone trooper Legos.
You know where I live, right?
Yeah. You're at the end of Rochet Court.
We'll go play Star Wars in the forest on Saturday, okay?
Okay.
Just knock on my door when you want to play, okay?
Okay.
Brynn excitedly returned home for dinner that evening.
I made a new friend.
Brynn, we'll talk about that after we pray, remember? No talking at the dinner table until we've thanked God for all he's given us.
Right.
Our Lord who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thank you for all of life's joys that you've given us on this wonderful day. We are so grateful for your hospitality. Our lives are blessed with your guidance. Thank you for the wonderful family you've given me. Please look after us in sickness and health. Amen.
Amen.
And now, what was it you wanted to talk about?
I met a new friend at school today, and he likes all the same stuff I do, and he lives just down the street.
Brynn, you're a little young to have a boyfriend.
Ew, no! He's not my boyfriend. We're just gonna be friends now, because his friend was mean to him, and he needed a new friend.
Girls your age shouldn't be playing with boys. It leads to bad things like lesbianism.
What's lesbianism?
It's being gay. When a girl likes a girl or a boy likes a boy.
But if my friends are girls, does that mean I'm a lesbianism?
No. As long as you're just friends. Brynn, what has your mother been teaching you at her house?
Mom doesn't teach me anything. We just watch movies and talk.
Gossip. She's always been a gossip. She wants to control you, Brynn. In the movies she shows you, the places she takes you, the games you play, all of it. And knowing her, she's probably introducing sin to your life. Do you sin, Brynn?
Yes, but it's okay because Jesus forgives. Because he's kind and loving, like you and Mom.
No, Brynn. You don't get it. Sinners go to hell. You're going to sin. You need to do better.
But I don't want to go to... Heck, I'm trying to be good. I won't play with that boy, I promise. I won't ever talk to him again if it's going to send me to heck.
Good. Don't forget you've got youth group tomorrow night. Are you excited? What are you learning about? Brynn Whitley never did go to Maxwell Harkless's house. When the time came, Brynn stayed home and wished she was out in the woods playing, while Maxwell sat at the front door and eagerly awaited his new friend to walk up and knock on his door. But she never came. So, young Maxwell eventually got fed up and ran into the woods with his lightsaber alone. He slashed through trees, force-pushed leaves, and pretended he was fighting Sith. But he kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper into the forest, until he couldn't recognize where he was.
Hello? Mom? Dad?
He looked about, but all he saw were trees, lines of trees, standing upright, fallen over, half dilapidated. and fear began to grow inside of him. He was lost. He was alone. And a Wendela forest is such a massive place that he might walk for hours and still be in the forest.
Maxwell.
Huh? Who's there?
Are you lost, Maxwell? Having trouble finding home, Maxie Pad?
Who are you?
Well, the best way to think of me right now is like a spirit. I'm one with the Force. I'm your Jedi Master, and I'm going to guide you, okay?
How do I know you're not a bad guy?
Bad guys usually have a red lightsaber, right?
Yeah?
And I'm a ghost, so I can't hold the lightsaber. I'm just incredibly old and wise. I want to help you, my young Padawan, so you can escape the forest before it gets you.
It?
The evil. You're a good fighter, Maxwell. I've seen you put up your dukes, but a lightsaber and fisticuffs are no match for the evil.
What does the evil look like?
Long, dark horns and a cross. And it's got nails like shark's teeth and hunger to kill senselessly. Doesn't that sound scary?
Yeah!
We wouldn't want to be caught by the evil, would we?
No, I don't think I'd want to be.
Wonderful. Now, listen to me. I'm gonna help you get out of the forest right now, but you have to promise to come back for me later, okay?
Okay.
Good. Turn around and face the tree to your right. No, your other right. Then walk forward. Just keep walking straight no matter what. You'll get home.
Are you sure?
Trust me, I don't want to hurt you. But the evil does. It screams in my head. It's so close, so you've got to be quick. Get going!
The voice was right. Maxwell walked straight for about an hour and eventually ended up right in his backyard. His parents had barely noticed that he was gone. But when he showed up, crying, his father sprang into action. When Mr. Harkless heard that there was a man in the woods talking to Maxwell, he called the cops and forbade Maxwell from ever going into the forest again. A week later, Brynn attempted to apologize to Maxwell.
I'm so sorry, Maxwell. My dad said I couldn't come out.
Oh, shush you! I don't want to be your friend. I waited for you, and then I played alone without you and had just as much fun without you, so go away!
This caused the first rift between the two, and eventually it led to a hatred of one another. Though they'd forget the initial reason as they grew up. They aged and began attending Madison High School, located at the end of Pioneer Way.
Hey, Maxwell, I didn't see you at debate club last night.
And you weren't at the Young Democrats meeting 2 nights ago. What's up?
You started these clubs. You'd think you'd show up for them. Where have you been?
I've just been busy. I probably won't be at next week's meetings either.
Oh, come on! That's such a lazy excuse.
You don't have to tell us what's wrong if you don't want to, but Mr. Little isn't very happy with you. You say you don't even have to tell him.
If you don't show up anymore, I'm just gonna take charge.
Do what you need to.
A man of few words.
Don't mind Shaun. He's a bit of an asshat sometimes. Seriously, is everything okay?
Dad's been getting sick, so I've got to stay home and take care of him while Mom works.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help out?
No, it's what I have to do. We've all got to make sacrifices for our families.
Starting to feel like maybe you don't want to.
It's the right thing to do.
It took over a year for the doctors to finally diagnose Mr. Harkless with a rare disease that led to swelling and near constant dehydration. It devastated the Harkless family, and Maxwell continued withdrawing from his friends and schooling. By his senior year of high school, Maxwell pretty much only sat and ate lunch with Pat and Shaun. The little friends he had started to drift away.
Don't forget about me, Maxwell. You left me in the forest all by myself and after I helped you.
been so long since we were kids. Come back in the forest and help me out. You made a promise.
Stop. I don't want to hear you anymore.
Then come fulfill your promise. Let me out! I'm stuck here in a cage, man! And the walls are shrinking. It's like I'm diving with a great white shark and starting to gnaw at the bars.
Find someone else to talk to.
No, Maxwell. You're gonna be a great person. And if you help me out, I'll make your life so much better.
My life is good enough as is.
Believe me, it's not. Maxwell, with my help, you can become one of the greats. Tell me, what is it that you want? I'll check in my silverware drawer to see if I've got it lying around.
I want to help people.
That's not specific. Give me more.
I want to help everyone. I want to end homelessness. I want to give people food. I want to fix our country.
Such a political mind for an 18-year-old. Why do you care about so many other people when you could just care about yourself? Or your friends?
I don't really matter. Neither do they.
Why?
Because when we die, the world will continue on the way that it is. But if we help the world, then it'll be different for every generation to come. You can help one or two people, but it won't do much. But when you help everyone...
Altruistic.
Hey, Maxwell. Maxie Poo. Maxwell Theodore Harkless.
Pat, Shaun, and Maxwell sit at a table during lunch. Huh? What?
Spaced out again?
Kinda.
I asked if you were ever coming back to debate or Young Democrats. It's been, what, a year or two? What's going on in your head?
Just stuff. Things.
Wow, you really are a conversationalist. Whatever. You still got that fake on you?
Fake ID? Yeah. Why?
If I pay you back, can you get us drinks for tonight?
No, you do not need to do that. You're not even coming to the party, right?
No.
But you're the only one that has a fake, so you have to be the one to get the beers.
Your parents are rich, and they don't give a shit about what happens in this house. They'd probably buy you the beer for tonight anyway.
They're out of town. Besides, they already showed me where the vodka is, and I'm making Jello shots. Beer would just make it better.
Fine. Okay. I'll grab drinks and drop them off, but I can't stay.
Works for me. Sure you're not going to stop by?
I gotta look after my dad this evening.
Your dad is always sick, bro.
I know. He's got a disease. That's how that goes. Maxwell returned home later that day and spent the evening with his father. He changed his water bags, emptied his bedpan, and left the TV running. By 6:30, Maxwell was out the door and biking down to the Meyer Marketplace, leaving behind his dad with a handful of pills and a TV dinner. Maxwell dropped off the alcohol to his friends like he said he would, then came rushing home to find his dad sitting exactly where he had left him. Dad, you gotta take those pills. Dad, I know you hate them, but you have to take your medicine or you're not going to feel better. Dad? Shit. Dad, come on. Take the pills. Look at me. Look at me!
Uh-oh. Did somebody forget? Guess everyone's been forgetting lately. Maybe if you followed through on your promise when you were a kid, I'd be here to help you again. But there's still time. Come and find me. And he'll live. He'll be alive!
Come on. Come on. Why you choose tonight not to take your pills? You always take your pills. Dad! Come on. Come on. Fuck. Fuck! God fucking damn it. Fuck. 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 Shit. Shit. Fuck! Put it in your mouth. Come on. Fuck. 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 Police. Yes. No. The hospital. 911. Doesn't fucking matter. Same thing.
911, what's your emergency?
I think my dad is dying. He's supposed to take pills, and he hasn't taken them, and he won't move.
What's your address?
We're the greenhouse on Rochette Court in Madison, Maine. I don't remember the address right now. Fuck!
It's okay, sir. We're sending over an ambulance. Can you feel a pulse?
I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Place your index and middle fingers to his throat. If you can't feel anything, try his wrist.
Okay.
Maxwell, honey, I'm home. Maxwell? Who are you on the phone with? Are you doing okay?
Dad's not moving. Mom, Dad's not moving.
He's... Oh no. Sweetie? Honey? How long has he been like this, Maxwell?
I don't know.
Someone is supposed to be with him at all times. You were with him, right?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You were either here or you weren't.
I don't know!
Don't yell at me!
I'm trying to find his pulse! I don't know! Leave me alone!
Now what, Maxwell?
Go away. Not now. Stop!
You and I can make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else across the globe. No more life-ending diseases, no more suffering. We could work together to find the funding for research to be done. We could save lives, Maxwell.
The ambulance arrived within 15 minutes. Mr. Harkless was pronounced dead on the way to the hospital, and this led to a shouting match between Maxwell and Mrs. Harkless, which ended with Maxwell running out the door and down the street toward Shaun's birthday party. During her senior year, Brynn hardly went out. Instead, she'd stay home and read the Bible. I know, it sounds corny, but with her mother out of the picture, there wasn't much else to do. Mr. Whitley thought it improper for a teenage daughter to be prowling the streets at night, so when the opportunity came for her to attend Shaun's birthday, she jumped at it. Shaun, that's a boy's name.
Yes, Daddy.
You want to attend a boy's birthday party.
Yeah, Dad. I mean, all my girlfriends are going, and I wanted to be there for him.
A boy. Boys only want one thing, you know that?
I know, Daddy.
Boys only want to fuck. If they get a chance, they'll assault you and beat you to get what they want.
I know, Daddy.
And when you go out wearing something with your chest sticking out the way it does, you'll give them all the wrong impression. They'll think you just want to fuck too. It's what your mother did to me. Seduced me with her body and then ran away and left me to raise her kid. But I'm raising you right. I'm raising you to be godly.
I know, Daddy.
So you go back in the house right now and change that shirt. And when you're done, you come back out here and give me that shirt. I'm gonna rip it up and throw it away. I don't ever want to see your chest exposed like that again. I didn't raise a whore.
Okay, Daddy.
And put on some makeup while you're at it. No good Christian boy would fall in love with you with a face like that. You've got to pretty yourself up if you're going out. But not too much. You'll look like a common street hooker.
But I can go to the party?
You'll be back home by 8:30. If I smell, see, or even feel something is off with you, you will never leave this house again.
Okay, Daddy.
Brynn spent most of high school being ashamed of herself, her sexuality, and her body. Over the years, her father took control of her life and convinced her she didn't want to see her mother. Until one day, as a freshman in high school, she said goodbye to her mother for what would be the last time. And now, in her senior year, she's excited to go to Madison University. And what's a better way to meet new friends than by going to a birthday party of a boy in college?
Hey, Brynn!
Shaun! Happy birthday.
Brynn, this is Emmaline McKinley. She just moved here from Texas. Texas! She's a cowgirl. Hey, maybe she'll ride me one day. Oh, Emmaline, speak Spanish.
I don't know Spanish.
I thought all you Texans were forced to learn Spanish.
No, we can choose to learn it in school, but I never did. I learned ASL.
I don't even know what ALS is. Anyways, if you feel the need, we got some beers over in the cooler. Pat and Maxwell dropped them off. Or maybe just Maxwell? Shit, I don't know. Wait! Sorry, cursing in front of a Christian girl.
Beer? You're not 21, Shaun.
Yeah, don't tell God. He'll smite me or something. Hey, you cool if I do a jello shot out of your belly button?
Absolutely not!
One sec. Hey, Pat! No! We do not do jello shots out of armpits. Belly buttons only. I gotta handle this. Think about it. Yeah, Brynn?
What did you say your name was again?
I'm Brynn.
Are you friends with Shaun?
Not really, no.
Then why are you at the party?
I'm just trying to meet some new people. Get out every once in a while, so I'm not always at home.
I feel you there. Came to meet some people in Madison, too.
How long have you been here?
About 2 weeks. Been trying to adjust to the cold.
Oh, yeah. I bet Maine is pretty cold compared to Texas. How's Madison been treating you?
Honestly, I'm really liking it. Everyone's really nice here. First day I showed up, a couple of people showed me around the school and ate lunch with me. I was invited to join the Young Democrats.
Yo, Emmaline, get over here and check this out.
I'm being summoned. You want to come?
Nah. I think I'm going to hang here for a minute or two. Pat can get pretty wild.
Nah, suit yourself. If I see you around at school, I'll say hi. I'm just around for another semester, then I'm off to Texas again.
Well, if it isn't the great Maxwell Harkless here to ruin another Maxwell? Why are you crying?
My dad died tonight. He just died. He's dead, Brynn. My dad's dead.
Maxwell, here, give me a hug.
I'm so sorry, Brynn. I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. I'm so sorry for ignoring you for so long. Why am I so mean?
Hey, it's okay. You don't have to think about this right now. Just look at me, okay?
Okay.
It's okay.
Brynn,
Yeah?
your face is really comforting.
Thank you?
You're a good person. You know that?
Thanks.
Brynn,
Yeah?
can we be friends? I don't even remember why I was mad at you anymore.
I don't remember either.
Brynn,
Yeah?
can I kiss you?
Yeah?
It was that night where Brynn broke her promise to her father and committed a sin that he would find most heinous. After that kiss, they talked for another hour or so, and they kissed a bit more. And then talking stopped entirely, replaced with the sounds of lips smacking together. And that night she returned home with a fiery passion burning lower in her body than normal. A sensation that, on a different night, she'd be able to avoid. Maxwell didn't return home that night. He partook in some of the drinking once Brynn left, and awoke the next morning in a haze on a marble-tiled floor. His body burned despite the cold surface beneath him. A moment later, he was vomiting in a cupboard. The next few months were strange, to say the least. A secret affair between Brynn and Maxwell ignited like a gas spill. The two fell madly in love, or at least what they considered to be love, and would sneak around to the point where the only thing people could stick on them were rumors. But by the end of senior year, with Mr. Harkless dead, the family began to run out of money. Maxwell took up a job and worked to the bone every day after school, and as many weekends as he could. But it wasn't enough, and soon he and his mother, their relationship still tense, moved from their comfortable home on Rochette Court to a tight apartment downtown. If she'd had enough money, Mrs. Harkless would have kicked out Maxwell at 18 and left him for the wolves. He kept working after graduation, switching to full-time. He and Brynn would sneak away with the little time he could spare and dream of college classes together, of meeting in each other's dorms, of joining sports and clubs together. But as fall semester of college approached, only Brynn had paid her tuition. Maxwell simply couldn't save up enough money between the bills and groceries. Brynn and Maxwell walked down the street, hand in hand.
I signed up for ancient Eastern history. I heard it's a real doozy. Most people drop the class like 2 weeks into the semester, but I won't. What classes are you most excited for?
I haven't signed up yet.
Yeah, but you're going to, right? What ones are you looking at?
I'm thinking of sociology or political science.
Really? You? Politics?
Well, I did a lot of community service as a kid, and looking at current American politics, I think we need a good politician. Not to mention the state my family is in right now.
I think you'd be good at it.
Thanks.
Are you really not going to college this semester?
I don't think so, Brynn.
But you promised!
I know, but Mom and I are just barely holding on. I had to take my car into the shop last week and it killed what little income I had left. That's why I had you pick me up. I can't even afford gas right now with these prices. What's to look for?
I was just really excited to go to college with you.
There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry.
What if I helped you? What if I paid for some of the stuff?
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on. I can help. It's okay.
No, Brynn. You don't need to give me the little money you have just so I can attend. Besides, I'm sure college is hard enough for you to afford, too.
It is, but I'd rather spend my money on someone I love.
Love?
Yeah, well, we've been dating for almost a year now, and I love you, Maxwell.
Uh-oh. It's the L word. Be careful, she might give you cooties if you let her say it again. What's the matter, Maxwell? Can't say it back. Oof.
Maxwell? Maxwell Theodore Harkless, where are you going?
Home.
You're just gonna leave me?
I need to think.
Maxwell turned the corner and disappeared somewhere into the city of Madison. Brynn stood like a statue. She was absolutely dumbstruck.
Oh, excuse me, sorry.
What? Oh, hey, Emmaline.
Brynn, right?
Yeah, we met at that party back in high school. I didn't know you'd still be here. I thought you were around for the semester.
I decided to stay and go to Madison U. I like this town a lot. The cold is doing me good. I appreciate that it's not always stuffy and unbearable here like in Texas. Why were you just standing there? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks for asking. What were you doing in there?
I was talking with my new counselor, actually. I'm trying to schedule out my classes for this semester around work.
Oh, I feel you there. I work at the Meyer Marketplace, and they keep trying to schedule me when I have classes. I figured if I get fired for not showing up, that's on them.
You like TV?
Well enough. I tend to read.
I'm a big TV fan. You ever watch The Boys?
The Boys? No, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Bit violent and sexual at times, but it's a very American TV show. Really hits on a lot of the issues with our country. Say, I'm moving in my dorm next week. You want to come over and watch the first episode?
What harm could watching TV with a girl do?
Sure. But I'm not normally allowed to watch shows like that.
You're an adult, right?
Right.
Then you can make your own decisions.
Brynn went to Emmeline's dorm the next week, and, just like she suggested, they watched the first episode. Brynn felt embarrassed and shameful as she watched it. It was ungodly to watch so much death, to hear so much cursing. And the sex scene. There's no way that should be on television. And yet, It brought a sense of nostalgia for her. It brought her back to her childhood, to the shows and movies she was eventually forbidden to watch. And one singular, tiny little question popped into her mind. What if I watched the next episode? It became a weekly occurrence that Emmaline and Brynn would get together in either of their dorms and watch a singular episode or movie. Brynn started to explore more, to question her way of life, and especially question her upbringing. The less she was around her father, the more she realized that her fear of the world was ignorant. And while Maxwell didn't attend college the first semester, he did stop by and practically live on campus. Of course, he didn't stay over in Brynn's room for long, and neither pursued anything besides kissing. On one such evening, they lay cradled in each other's arms on her bed.
Have you thought about coming here next semester?
Yeah, I have.
And are you?
No. I'm not going to go to college.
Why not?
Well, I was going to tell you this. I got a job, a new job. I'm working in Abigail Collins' political office.
The Democrat? Abigail Collins, who's running for mayor this year?
Yeah. I'll be helping her campaign, doing some of the grunt work, all that.
Maxwell, that's awesome!
Thanks. It was a bit rigorous of a process to get through, but I'm here now.
I'm so proud of you.
Expecting someone?
No. You?
No.
Dad?
Shit.
Are you dressed?
Yes.
I'm coming in.
Now's not a good time. I'm studying in my roommate.
I'm paying for this damn room and your education. Mr. Whitley barged into Brynn's room to find a shirtless Maxwell halfway underneath the opposite bed. Mr. Whitley's eyes narrowed, and he turned his head to Brynn.
It's not what it looks like.
Mr. Whitley resisted the urge to scream. He resisted the urge to slap his faithless whore of a daughter. He resisted the urge to throw the half-naked man from the window. Though the willpower it took for him to resist was made visible by the popping veins and red that crossed his face. He took a deep breath, then spoke. Get out from under the bed, boy. Let's have a look at your face.
Sir, we weren't doing anything. It's just that it's wintertime and the heat is really strong in the dorm, so I was sweating. I promise we weren't doing anything.
Brynn, Bailey, Whitley. From now on, I will not be helping with any of your tuition or classes. You will now pay for both halves of this college, and then until you repent, you are not welcome home. But this isn't why I came here today. I don't even know if I should tell you why I came here today.
Daddy, please. It's really not what it looks like.
I'm dying.
What?
I was recently diagnosed with early onset dementia.
And you're just springing this on me? Walking into my dorm room and springing this on me?
I'll let you think about that. Mr. Whitley turned around and closed the door behind him, leaving both Maxwell and Brynn alone in the room. It's as if Mr. Whitley had dropped a nuke on an orphanage. The silence was palpable. Until, at last...
I should leave.
No, don't go. I need to think it through. I need someone here.
Trust me, you'll want to be alone.
No! I was there the night your father died. You went to a party, for Pete's sake. I need you here right now.
I'm sorry, Brynn, but I can't be here for this.
Why not? Please, just stay.
You need time to yourself.
I'm begging you, stay. Maxwell!
The next few months, the couple barely saw anything of each other, though they still texted on occasion and called. It'd be hard to call it dating, but both were each other's first significant other, so they just assumed things would get fixed. This relationship continued passively for the next year, and the next. And soon Brynn was a junior in college, excited to graduate, while Maxwell was promoted within the Democrats' office. They decided to go out to dinner on their 3-year anniversary, despite it feeling like a cause not worthy of celebration.
3 years.
3 years.
It's been fun?
Yeah, I guess.
You want to break up, don't you?
No, I've just got a lot on my mind.
Me too.
You go first.
Well, my father has gotten worse. Much worse. Doctor said he's really running out of time. Some people can live 2 years after a dementia diagnosis, some can live up to 20. And I don't think my dad's gonna make it to the end of this year. He doesn't remember who I am. He keeps asking for his mom, but I never knew my grandparents. He was looking in the mirror the other day all puzzled and shocked.
Who is this? He doesn't look like me.
Daddy, it's okay. You're just forgetting some things.
I'm 20 years old, Deborah. I shouldn't look like this. I'm going to be able to drink next year, but I look like I've been drinking for years.
Daddy, my name is not Deborah. I'm Brynn, your daughter.
Daughter? But I'm not married.
No, you're not. You're divorced.
Divorced? Me? That doesn't sound like me.
This happens almost daily. I try to remind him of who he is, where he is, what he was doing, but it's so much work. I know things have been rough lately between us. Well, rough for a while, actually. But would you consider helping me with my father here and there? Nothing crazy. It's just sometimes he's violent and I don't want to hurt him. And sometimes I need company when he's like this.
You want me to manhandle your father for you?
Well, when you put it like that, it's gonna sound bad.
Brynn, I can't help you.
Maxwell, please. I need you to be here for me. Things are really tough right now, and I just need someone, anyone I can rely on. Even if it's just a bit of money here and there.
You want me to give you money?
Well, if you're not going to spend some time with me, then please consider it. I've offered it to you in the past when you and your mom were struggling. Right before college, remember?
I don't remember, no.
I said I'd help you pay for college so you could join next semester. Please. You know I'd do anything to help you.
I'm going to help with the Biden-Harris campaign. Look, I'm just going to New York for a few months, just till the election is over. I'll be working in the offices there, doing some polling too, and then I'll be right back.
My dad is dying. I can't have you leave me too. I can't do this right now. I really need someone. Please.
If I dedicate just a little bit of my time, I can save the world. What I'm doing here is going to help him get elected, and then he'll pass policies that can help fix our healthcare system. You won't have to go into debt trying to save your dad. The taxpayer will deal with it. You wouldn't have to ask me for money.
My dad isn't going to survive that long, Maxwell. Please. Elections come around every 4 years, but this is the time that I need you the most.
The American people need me more.
Do you hear yourself? You sound insane. You're putting a vague concept of America and Americans over your girlfriend. I'm someone you've known your whole life, and you're sacrificing your time to go work on some election? I'm sacrificing my time to give my father a little bit more of a peaceful death.
It's clear that you won't support me on this. Fine. Then I'll sacrifice this relationship for the betterment of people everywhere. We need to break up.
Maxwell!
COVID-19 hit not too soon after Maxwell went to New York. Everything shut down, and though the campaign blazed onward, Maxwell's contribution was minimal. Mr. Whitley was at his worst when the lockdown started. Brynn couldn't take him anywhere, and soon she went just as stir-crazy as him. He'd have episodes while she was online finishing her junior year. He'd have episodes in the middle of the night when she was trying to sleep. The stress overwhelmed her. She began eating as a comfort. She started losing sleep. It was summer of 2020 that was the hardest. School was out. She had nowhere to go nor anyone to talk to, save for her deteriorating father. And he wasn't much conversation, especially as he became more and more bedridden. Eventually, the stress overwhelmed Brynn, and she dragged her father to the car, then drove him to the hospital.
I'm sorry, but we can't take him.
What do you mean? He's dying. I can't take care of him anymore. I've given him everything. And if you can't help, then I won't be able to attend college anymore. I'll flunk from truancy.
We're not admitting anyone with COVID symptoms.
He's got dementia. He's not got brain fog from COVID. His brain is deteriorating.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but we're not admitting anyone with COVID symptoms.
Well, then what am I supposed to do if he actually gets COVID?
If it's bad enough, you can bring him to the hospital.
Wait. So you're telling me that you won't admit COVID patients, but if the COVID is really bad, to bring him here? Isn't that a catch-22?
Ma'am, please stay calm. I don't make up the rules.
What's going on?
She's trying to admit her father, but he has COVID symptoms, and we're not currently accepting COVID patients.
Her father has dementia, not COVID.
We're just being cautious, Emmaline.
I know, and I know I'm just a student, but there's got to be something we can do here, right?
I'm afraid not.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Emmaline. Our hands are tied.
All right, well, she's a friend of mine. Mind if I talk to her?
Sure.
Thanks for at least trying, Emmaline.
He isn't doing well, is he?
He won't get out of bed. He's just so much to handle with college on top of it.
I gotcha. Brynn, how worried are you about this pandemic?
Honestly, I don't even care right now. At this point, I think he's so close to death, I almost want it to happen. Is that bad?
Not at all. Here, I won't be able to help too much, but I can stop by in between and after some shifts. Even though I'm a student, they've got me working here like I'm on call. The whole pandemic and everything. That is, as long as you don't mind. I'll be coming in contact with a lot of people, so I could possibly contract COVID. But you just look really, really tired, and I couldn't not offer to help.
Would you do that? Really? For me?
Yeah. Though, like I said, I can't stop by too often. But hopefully that's just enough to be helpful.
Honestly, anything is helpful at this point. Emmaline, thank you so much. I love you.
It's my pleasure, Brynn.
Emmaline stopped by later that night after her shift at the hospital. She helped bathe Mr. Whitley and feed him. Then, she stopped by 2 days later and did the same thing, though this time Brynn took the opportunity to sneak in a 2-hour nap.
I really, really appreciate you doing this for me.
Are you feeling any better?
So much better. I didn't realize just how little sleep I was getting. Well, I knew I wasn't sleeping well, but it's been really bad. Thanks for taking care of him while I took that nap.
It's no problem. You're looking better, too.
Thank you. Are you getting ready to head into work?
Nah, I've got class in the morning.
Would you like to stay over and maybe watch some TV like we used to at the beginning of college?
I'd like that a lot.
Brynn hopped on the couch and turned on the TV, flipping to a streaming service and trying to decide what they'd watch. Meanwhile, Emmaline sat on the couch beside Brynn and struck up conversation.
Was it nice growing up here?
Yeah, I guess it was good enough.
I really like Madison. I wish I had moved here when I was younger. Y'all still got the beach, but it ain't too unbearably hot. What are some of the things you do for fun around here when you were a kid?
Well, we've got a lot of playgrounds, so I go there and play, but there's also a boardwalk at the edge of the city. My friends and I would go swimming at the beach when I wasn't in Bible school or youth group.
Oh, do you still practice?
Not as much as I did when I was growing up, but I still pray a lot, and I find comfort in the Bible. I've been meaning to ask you, why did you decide to come to Madison in the first place?
Well, life wasn't great at home. You might not know this, but Texas has a lot of tourism in the cities. With those tourism dollars come rising prices. People come in, spend their money, and leave. But the rest of us can't do that. My parents always had trouble keeping us housed. Everything just kept getting more and more expensive. Eventually, I went out to look for a job to help with our apartment, but I couldn't find much besides some minimum wage fast food restaurants. Gave them a try, but I kept getting harassed by the men folk. So I decided I ought to get a better job. I just couldn't find one. We were getting close to losing our home again, and we were desperate. I was learning ASL in school for the sake of it, and applied for a scholarship to come work with deaf kids in Madison. And then I got the job. So through the rest of high school, and for the foreseeable future until I become a nurse, I'm helping deaf kids live a normal life. Basically, acting as a translator when they're in public situations. Most of my money goes back home to my family just to help them live.
I'm sorry to hear that, Emmaline.
Sweetie? Honey? Brynn launched to her feet. Worry crossed her face.
Dad?
Brynn, my dear. Mr. Whitley crossed to his daughter and gave her a hug. His embrace was tight, but the hug itself was lukewarm.
Do you have a fever, Dad?
Mr. Whitley, is everything all right?
Brynn, my sweet baby girl. Mr. Whitley brushed some hair from her face as he stared lovingly into her eyes. I've not always been the best father. I was so mean to you. I was so caught up in my own anger at your mother that I took it out on you for so long. I ruined your childhood. I should have let you play more. I should have let you go outside more. I should have signed you up for soccer when you were 6, just like what you wanted. I should have let you watch all those movies you liked watching with Mom. I should have let you dye your hair. I should have let you get your ears pierced. I shouldn't have forced so much youth group on you. I shouldn't have stopped you from going to the parties. I wish I could take it all back, Brynny. I wish I could just go back and slap myself and say, stop treating your daughter like she's a programmable robot following everything you do. Let her become herself, and then help her be better. I shut you out, Brynny. And even when I did that, you've still come to take care of me. My beautiful, beautiful girl. I wish I was better to you.
Dad.
I'm gonna die, Brynn. I feel fine just now, but actually I feel better now than I felt these past 2 years. I think that means I'm gonna die, right? Don't they always say you feel better right before they die, Nurse Texan?
Yeah.
I'm leaving you everything, Brynn. I'm leaving you the house. I'm leaving you the car. I'm leaving you all the money I got from the government for all those years. I'm leaving all the money I would have spent on your college if I hadn't stopped. It's all yours. You can have it now for all I care. You don't need to wait till I'm dead. I just need you to promise me something.
What's that?
Please use it on yourself. Please spend it all on you. Because that's what I was supposed to do. I need you to fix everything I've done wrong to you. So please, spend it on yourself.
Dad.
I'm feeling really tired, Nurse.
Why don't I help you to bed?
I think that's a good idea. I feel like I've just run a marathon. I've got no energy, but my body feels wonderful. It's aching in all the best ways.
Hold my hand and I'll lead you back to your room, Mr. Whitley.
Mr. Whitley didn't lie. The executor of the will confirmed it. He truly had left everything to her. The house, the car, the money, his possessions, all of it. She used the money to help pay off her college debt. She left the dorms at Madison U and moved back into the house, but it was far too big for her alone. She asked Emmaline to live with her for minimal rent. Emmaline said yes. Emmaline wasn't around much. But when she often cleaned or watched TV. Brynn would occasionally join in watching TV, but she tended to be far too busy studying in her room. It was just enough human interaction for the both of them. Meanwhile, Maxwell Harkless was miserable in New York. The more time he spent there, the more he hated the city, especially during the COVID lockdown. There was nothing to do, nothing to see. His whole point in moving to this big city was to keep engaging in politics and help make a difference in the world. But he was forced to work from home, calling and texting people about supporting the Biden-Harris campaign. Biden won the election, and Maxwell returned to Madison before the end of the New York winter. By this point, he had learned a lot about politics and managing a campaign, even if he wasn't boots on the ground. He rejoined Mayor Abigail Collins' campaign and helped her set up for re-election in 2024. One day, he was called in to the mayor's office.
You wanted to see me, Mayor Collins?
Yes. You worked for the campaign in 2018-2019, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were rehired after helping on the Biden-Harris campaign.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Maxwell, I just want to say that I'm impressed with your work. Every time we've needed you, you've gone above and beyond the scope of work required.
Thank you.
Melinda, would you mind sending him in?
Buzzing him in, ma'am.
Sit down and make yourself comfortable.
Maxwell.
Pat?
Pat mentioned the two of you knew each other. Went to high school together, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you've both been promoted. Here's what's happening. I'm losing in the polls right now. My opponent is younger and understands the internet more than I do. I can't let him win. The last time a Republican ran this city, taxes went up and tourism skyrocketed. The local citizens got kicked out of their homes because the property values went up. And then the Republicans proceeded to do nothing but pass ordinances that help businesses and hurt the people. You two are my new heads of social media and the internet. I need you to make me liked on the Facebook and get me more people who want to vote for me.
You're hiring us for social media? I don't know anything about social media.
Look, you're the youngest people I've got working for me. Even if you don't know it, you're going to know it better than the rest of us.
Well, Maxwell?
Let's do it.
Wonderful. You two are going to be working alongside each other for a while, so best go out and catch up. That's my next appointment. You're dismissed.
Pat and Maxwell took Mayor Collins' advice and went down the road to the bar to catch up. They both hadn't seen each other since high school, which was a few years ago.
All right, Maxwell. What have you been up to?
Well, I worked for Collins after high school. Then I went to New York to work for Joe Biden. Eventually, I came back here.
That's all? Any hobbies or anything?
Not really. Broke up with my girlfriend a year or so ago. Don't really take vacations or anything like that.
How's your mom?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you two were close after your dad died.
She pretty much just screamed at me and told me to make more money or hit me. She blames me for Dad's death, so I don't really give her a reason to keep hating me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. What about you? What have you been up to? I think the last time I saw you was that party senior year.
Yeah, I saw you around in school, but you were going through a lot, and I did not want to bother you. Well, let's see. I went and got a job working at a movie theater for a while after high school, but when Infinity War came out, I had no interest in ever working another crowd like that. So my sister helped me get a job over at the local game store, and I refurbish old systems, sell old games, sell some board games, sell old consoles, stuff along those lines. Well, turns out that Melinda, Mayor Collins' assistant, is a big gamer. She grew up around the time that the Atari came out and has been a gamer ever since. She come in like once a week to buy a new old game for consoles that came out before 2005, so like Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, all that. Got to talking with her over each visit she made, and I mentioned that I was looking for a better job. So, she got me a job working as an event person for Mayor Collins. And now here I am. Somewhere along the way, I met a girl, had 2 beautiful kids, then got left in the dust with nothing but child support.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but life's pretty good anyways. I actually started attending this new group for historians who like to learn about Madison. Lots of Native Americans lived here apparently, so we go excavating for old relics from the first Native and European settlers here. We don't normally find anything, but we've got this whole museum with like 10 or 15 old relics in it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that does sound cool.
Hey man, you coming home?
Sure am.
Who's talking?
Is Memphis over?
Yeah.
The two finished their drinks, and Maxwell biked home. Eventually, the events of 2021 grew distant. Brynn and Emmaline graduated from Madison U by the end of spring 2022. Emmaline got a job working in the hospital, and Brynn spent the first year searching for a job that wasn't retail or the grocery store. By this point, the two were watching TV together nearly every day and had been living together since the beginning of 2021. Brynn began attending therapy as she deconstructed her life and her faith. She was still quite religious, but her stances on the world began to change as she deconstructed the harmful things her father had taught her. As she tore down her walls, she began to look at the world around her in a different light. And Emmaline, of whom had merely been a close friend until this point. They continued living together through 2023 and well into 2024. Meanwhile, Maxwell spent the next few years building a social media campaign alongside Pat, of whom quickly became a close friend yet again. Frankly, nothing much of note happened to Maxwell from 2021 to 2024. He woke up, went to work on the political campaign, and came home. He did his best, and was proud to know that his time and energy was going toward helping the greater good of Madison, Maine. But every once in a while, that voice would call to him, especially when he tried to sleep.
Maxwell.
Why? Why are you so obsessed with me? Why do you call to me at the most random of times? I'm trying to sleep. I've got a big day tomorrow. Collins is going to Madison U.
Oh, I know you've got a big day tomorrow, but Maxwell, I need you to know that I've not forgotten your promise to me. Even after all this time, even if you did.
If I come and find you, will you leave me alone?
No, not at all. Because you're the good guy, Maxwell. You're gonna do good. You're gonna go far, kid. And I can see it, and I'm gonna be the one that helps you go far, so either you listen to me beg you to come find me for the rest of your life, or you come find me and save everyone. Fix the political system, arrest Trump, Biden, and Hillary, all the people you know are corrupt. And then we'll feed everyone. No more soup kitchens because food will be a universal right. And don't even get me started on housing. Hell, we'll give everyone a grandma so that way no one has to go home without fresh-baked cookies.
How did you get this power?
Oh, you're so flat. Maxwell, always one or two lines, so little emotions, always straight to the point. If you're gonna be a politician, you need to have a personality. Something the people can latch on to. And you are severely lacking in personality, Maxwell. It's fine, we'll fix it in post. My power is something I've had since I ate my sister.
You ate your sister?
Well, when you say it, it sounds weird, but... Yes, I did. To be fair, she had it coming. Maxwell, do you feel the change that's coursing through the world? Old powers are coming back. It's not just me, and I need to be here when they return. So, Maxwell, please, come find me. I don't want to be an animal stuck in a trap. With the two of us combined, we'll be able to help so many people.
How do I know you won't hurt people?
Because unlike you, I promise I won't hurt people. And when I promise, I follow through on it, unlike some people we know. Remember when I promised you to help you out of the forest?
No.
Well, I did. And you got out of the forest, didn't you? So help me out. Together we can fix the world.
You promise not to hurt people?
I promise.
Maxwell got out of bed, then got dressed. He got on his bike and went through the city until he reached Arsene Avenue, the street that dead-ended into the Wendella Forest. Maxwell's heart pounded in his chest as he sprinted through the dense forest. His breaths came in ragged gasps. The moonlight barely penetrated the thick canopy of trees. Twigs and branches clawed at his arms and legs, which left bloodied scratches all over him. Every step felt heavier than the last. As he kept moving, he caught a glimpse of the top of old buildings.
What are these doing out here? So far into the forest?
Soon enough, Maxwell arrived at the edge of a compound. Vines snaked up chain-link fences, broken windows gaped like empty eyes, and trodden pathways ran like veins through the facility. He reached a rusted chain-link fence that encircled the facility, its gate hanging askew. He felt his way through the gap and entered. The place was eerily silent as he explored further into the compound, looking through dilapidated buildings. But the only people that greeted him were figures of darkness. To his right stood a massive domed building, its structure towering ominously against the backdrop of the darkened forest. The dome was certainly an architectural relic that must have been filled to the brim with history. Its surface was marred with deep cracks and covered in a network of creeping vines that seemed to pulsate with a life of their own. The entrance to the dome was an imposing set of steel doors, which had since rusted into place.
No one could pull that open,
he thought as he began his journey further into the decrepit compound. The sterile, industrial feel of the facility began to change. He suddenly felt something crawling on the back of his neck. He felt a million eyes staring at him. He was no longer alone. But scanning the shadows revealed no watchers. Creeping vines and twisted roots snaked through cracks in the floors and walls of every building. He refrained from entering the buildings. But as he neared the center of the compound, Maxwell felt an inexplicable pull drawing him towards a central courtyard. He stepped past a gate which had long since fallen off its hinges. In the center of the green stood an old, warped tree, its gnarled trunk twisted and contorted in ways that trees can't bend. The tree's branches were skeletal fingers clawing at the facility around it. Each branch was thick and knotted, covered in a dark, almost black bark that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. The leaves, sparse and brittle, rustled faintly in the still air. The ground around the tree was barren, devoid of any vegetation.
This isn't natural. What even is this thing? It's unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Maxwell approached the tree cautiously, his eyes drawn to the base of the trunk where a large hole seemed to cast off into the void.
What could have made this? I doubt any squirrels or woodpeckers live around here.
As he stood there, transfixed by the tree's sinister beauty, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. The air around him grew colder, and the shadows seemed to deepen, as if something ancient and malevolent was awakening. The tree's branches swayed gently, though Maxwell realized there was no breeze. He stepped back, the weight of the tree's presence pressing down on him.
This is no ordinary hole. Something tells me I should leave. I know whatever is in there is not meant for my eyes, but I can't turn away. I feel the power that emanates from within. A power that strong? I can save everyone. End world hunger, enforce world peace. This must be the prison the voice has been trapped in for so long.
Maunus about.
Maxwell's eyes fixated on the darkness before him. It was difficult to make out exactly what he was looking at, but the little light that the moon provided was just enough to determine shapes. Before him was the hole that was a void, something that seemed blacker than black itself. And from this abyss came an inky hand slithering along the bark toward him. He watched as it continued crawling closer and closer to him. Another darkened hand landing on a portion of the tree, seemingly pulling the bark into the void. Each jerky, inhuman movement tore away the wooden cage until, from the depths of the night itself, emerged a creature of eldritch horror, its shape indistinct and fluid. It moved with a spectral grace, tendrils of shadow extending outward like searching fingers, picking away at the stone of the boulders. Unearthly whispers echoed from its form, which chilled Maxwell to the bone. The creature materialized with an aura of malevolence. Its eyes, or what passed for them, glowed with an unnatural hue of green. Fixated on Maxwell, as if it sensed an opportunity for collaboration. The surrounding air grew thick with an otherworldly cold, and the once familiar sounds of the forest evening now melded with eerie murmurs of voices long since forgotten. Maxwell, frozen in place, felt a dark presence reaching into the recesses of his mind, probing the depths of his desires and fears.
Ah! My mind! You're probing into my mind! You're tearing my head apart! My eyes! There's something oozing from them. Something thick and sticky. Oh, it's running down my face! Oh God! My head!
Maxwell Theodore Harkless. I've read you.
You're speaking through my mind. Please. Please stop, it hurts!
You're not like the others, Maxwell Theodore Harkless. You have goals, aspirations. You're a leader. But you've got it all locked up in a box. A little toy box. And it rattles around in your mind. Occasionally you could get at a transformer or some Legos, but Daddy's got the key. I'll give you the key, Maxwell Theodore Harkless. I'll unlock the box and let you play with your toys however you want. Maxwell Theodore Harkless, we are gonna play together and it's gonna be so much fun. I'm so glad you finally found me.
Fine, yes. Just get out of my head, I can't think. My skull's in an earthquake.
The shapeless shadow begins to shift. A splash of color painted across the center of it, and slowly various grays and whites mixed with the black. Its height shortens, its tendrils congregate into strands of what can only be impersonally described as hair, though in their form they continue flowing to and fro. The white spreads across the forming human body, covering it in a long dress. Sparkles of black sporadically shoot across both the ashen skin and white clothes of this creature. Its limbs are lanky and frog-like, while its face is hard and rough. Scars of blackness cut across the fleshy face, while two eyes, sunken and green, slink further back in the eye sockets than is natural. Where eyebrows would be are instead the void of darkness, broken from the whole of the night and pieced into place. Sharpened, shark-like rows of razor teeth glow with an aura of evil as the creature before him smiles. Though it looked like a frail woman or an effeminate man at first glance, this was something that has clearly never been human before.
You're the thing that's been talking to me all these years. But you've never been able to read my thoughts before. You've just talked to me, and it never hurt like that before. How did you do that?
I read your thoughts like a Junie B. Jones book. God, you're simple. But I like that. You kept everything open like a window in the summer, so I hopped through the windowsill, grabbed Grandma's blueberry pie, and hopped right back out.
How?
Because I can do it. It's that simple. If people had a greater connection to each other, then maybe they could too, but it's not a gift. This toy isn't that fun to play with. It's like playing with Lincoln logs when you really want to build a sandcastle.
What's your name? You never told me your name.
I am Steven.
Steven?
No, stupid! I'm a god! What gods do you know named Steven?
Well, then who are you?
I am the hand that takes. I am Maunus.
Am I gonna die?
You're so fucking doom and gloom! Could you please lighten up? Not everything has to be so dark.
The irony that a figure made entirely of shadow is telling me to lighten up.
Funny, right?
In a cosmic sort of way.
What's gonna happen now? I don't even have to read your mind to know what you're gonna say next. That's how open of a book you are. Here's the thing, Maxwell. I was trapped in that tree for an awful long time. I think Mama might be mad. I'm gonna be real late for dinner. And here's the thing. I can't really walk around the world looking like this, you know? So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna make a little deal. I yank you off a bit, and you yank me off quite a bit more.
I am not following.
You've got real potential, kid, but just because you're good at baseball doesn't mean you know how to play it. I'm gonna show you how to manage your own team, hell, the whole game, and you're gonna help me play on the team, coach. All you gotta do is shake my hand.
I won't be bargaining with any eldritch demons that spend their time locked away in trees. I freed you, and you said you were going to give me the power to help everyone else.
Yep, but it can't be official till we shake our hands, right? That's how business works. And we're just two people of a certain descent with interests in one another. The same place, the same time, thinking deeply about the other. Come on, give me some skin!
Fine. It's a deal.
Oh, yay! Oh, I swear you're gonna be proud of me, Dad. I won't fail you. I promise I won't be the disappointment you thought I might end up being.
Keeping his eyes fixated on Maunus, Maxwell slowly shook the androgynous figure's hand.
Oh, the things we're gonna do. You happen to have piercings, Maxwell?
Piercings? Like earrings? No, I don't.
Well, then this is only gonna hurt a lot more than it would've.
What?
The shadow twisted and coiled up Maxwell's arm like a vine curling up a tree trunk. It washed over his shoulders and traversed up his neck. It journeyed over his chin, along his jaw, into his right ear. Then, the darkened tendril sharpened to the viciousness of a knife.
Ow!
Maxwell's ear is pierced. Then the darkness begins to funnel up his body, coursing over his flesh like a wet rub on steak. It encircles itself and forms a singular earring stud. The androgynous, shadowy form that had been standing beside him was now gone.
Oh, the things we'll do! Maxwell Sport, I am so proud of this choice you made because I'm gonna give you everything you need to help everyone else. And first we're gonna start with Pat. And Brynn, and Emmaline, and Shaun, and all those people in your life that needed to see the new you first. You know, I see it. You've lived so much of your life alone, because you're always giving so much of yourself when you're left with just you, well, you're left with a husk. Because all the parts of you are with everyone else. You gave part of yourself to Shaun that day when you could have been interviewed. You let your dad die because your friends asked you to, and you stuck with Brynn because you thought that's what she wanted. Maxwell, there's so little left of you that I'll admit it's going to be difficult to mold you into the man you need to be, and Maxwell, I just want to let you know that this is going to hurt. It's gonna feel wrong, but I'm doing this for us. So, you remember where Shaun lives, right?
Thank you for watching Act 1 of Evil It Crawled. We'll now be taking a 15-minute intermission where you will be able to purchase refreshments, participate in a raffle, and purchase memorabilia related to tonight. For those of you watching live online, consider purchasing a shirt or hat through the link in chat. Paging Nurse McKinley. Paging Nurse McKinley.
Nurse McKinley, come in. Take a seat.
Is everything okay? I don't have too much time. I gotta do my rounds in about 10 minutes. Am I in trouble?
Miss McKinley, would you mind explaining what happened with Mrs. Singh?
Well, she came in needing help, but I was already at 6 patients, so I traded her with Nurse Blackmore.
Why did you attempt to trade patients?
Mrs. Singh gave me bad vibes.
Bad vibes? You can't trade patients because of bad vibes. Did she do or say anything negative to you?
No.
Mrs. Singh has filed a negligence case against you in the hospital. Nurse Blackmore claims to have never swapped with you, or some of your co-workers noticed her going into Ross's room for rounds, not you. Mrs. Singh went hours without medical care, and her condition worsened. Thankfully, another nurse noticed and stepped in before Mrs. Singh's conditions became untreatable.
What? But I didn't do anything wrong. I was just looking after Ross, just like Nurse Blackmore and I agreed. It was me going into Ross's room.
Unfortunately, until we can determine the truth of that claim, I have to place you on an unpaid enforced leave for 10 days, or until the board determines what to do with you, whichever comes first. At the end of the enforced leave period, you will be receiving communications from HR with an update to your employment. During this time, please avoid Swanside Hospital unless you are experiencing a medical emergency.
I've got a family to take care of. I've got rent to pay.
Security is here to escort you off the premises. Please collect your belongings from your locker.
I'm shocked. I didn't know any of this was going to happen. I didn't know Mrs. Singh wasn't being looked after. I would have looked after her if I'd known this was happening.
I'm sorry, Mrs. McKinley.
A pair of 2 large-frame security officers guide Emmaline through the hospital to her locker, where she removes her purse, her spare clothes, a pillow, and some snacks. A moment later, she's outside the hospital, alone. It all happened so fast, in a matter of minutes.
I can't believe it. What did I do wrong? I'm supposed to be doing my rounds right now. I'm supposed to be... I gotta call Brynn.
Hello?
Brynn, can we meet up and talk? Maybe go for a walk in Rainwright Park?
Aren't you supposed to be at work? Yeah. I'll meet you at the southeast entrance.
And just like that, I was outside. I'm not working for 10 days, Brynn. 10 days. I won't be able to send any money home to my family or pay your rent or buy groceries. I don't have anything in my savings. I don't have a savings. It all goes to my family, Brynn. Everything.
Hey, it's okay. We'll work through this. Don't worry about rent for this month. I can cover the utilities just fine. And I guess that's the best thing Dad did, paying off the house. Just focus on you, okay?
Okay, I can do that.
And don't worry about your patients. Don't worry about your family. It's gonna be okay. Just look at these 10 days as a vacation, alright?
I don't want a vacation. I want to work.
I know you do, but it'll be a great time to catch up on Fallout, remember? You've been so busy at work these past couple of months, we've not been able to watch it. And I've been purposely avoiding spoilers so we can watch it together. We could probably get through that first season and maybe a little bit of a different series if you wanted.
Where would I be without you, Brynn?
Probably living in an apartment somewhere watching TV with your boyfriend instead.
Boyfriend?
Yeah. I'd like to think you might have met someone along the way. A cute guy who lives right above you. You two accidentally meet in the parking lot and it's super romantic. You're walking to your car and you drop your wallet. He notices it and looks at your name, Emmaline McKinley, registered nurse. Then he sees a picture of your face and falls instantly in love with you. Then he guesses you probably work at Swanside Hospital, so he drives over there to give you back your wallet. You get a page telling you that someone is here with your wallet, and you turn the corner to see him too. Immediately, love flutters in your heart, and he walks over all confidently and says, "Miss McKinley, I've been searching for you all my life. You're the woman of my dreams." And then you respond with...
Brynn,
stop!
I don't want a fantasy about a boyfriend. I'm already living with the person I want to.
Yeah, but maybe you could have had a super romantic life with a cute boyfriend, you know? Nothing wrong with that. It could have happened.
I like you, Brynn.
What? No, you don't.
You know how I never comment on the shirtless men in the shows we watch? I've never once said something about a boy. I haven't dated anyone since I've known you.
Yeah, but that's just because you're married to your work. You're not gay.
No, Brynn, I don't think you're gay. That's why I never brought it up. Because every time I've cooked you dinner, we've watched a romantic movie, it's felt like we were two friends watching it. You never seemed interested, but I always have been.
I don't think I can say anything.
It's okay. I didn't think you would. I've just had this on my mind for so long. I felt like now was a good time to bring it up. I think I'm going to start looking for other people.
Yeah, that would be good. You know what? I think I should go. I promise I'd drop something off at church, you know? I'll see you at home.
Oh, what do you have to drop off at church?
I'll be dropping off my tithes. I forgot to donate last Sunday, so I don't want to get behind on tithing.
Sure.
Brynn turned on her heels and started briskly pacing toward the southeast exit of the park. Emmaline stops and watches as Brynn gets further and further away.
It's been a long time since you've been here, Brynn.
I know. I've not done a good job about coming to church lately. I've just been so busy.
Are you seeking advice?
How did you know?
Something about you. You look like you need some spiritual guidance right now. What can I do for you?
Is it wrong to have feelings for someone?
Of course not. God created us to love one another. Sometimes we love someone else much more than our brothers and sisters. John 13, verse 34 says, "Love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another."
Yeah, but that's about love. Like loving other people unconditionally. Like family.
Is there a difference in the love you give between your family and your special someone?
I don't know. This person is a woman. And if I loved her, then I'd be gay. And you know what the Bible says about that.
John 4, verse 7. Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Simply put, if she can love you, then she knows God. And since we are called on this earth to love one another, it means we are of God, which means it is godly to love one another, even if it's in a homosexual, homoromantic way.
I didn't know the Bible said that. My dad just always said the Bible has stuff against being gay.
There are many passages in the Bible that people pick and choose from to make an argument against homosexuality, just as many people picked and chose arguments from the Bible to support slavery. The Bible is not a weapon to be used to defend backwards views and thinking. The Bible is a shield to help protect the armor that is your faith. Just because people quote the Bible and make claims, it doesn't mean they're right.
Thank you for all of this. I think I have a lot to think about.
It might not be my business, but do you like her in a similar way?
I don't know. I mean, there's a part of me that thinks yes, and a part that doesn't.
What does your heart tell you?
I think yes. I mean, I liked my last boyfriend. He was great, but eventually we grew distant. He was neglectful and a bit emotionally abusive. He just always forgot about what I needed. And if that's how a relationship works, I don't know if I can do something like that again.
I think your friend deserves the benefit of the doubt. Oh, excuse me. I'd be happy to keep the conversation going later or at a future date, but right now I must get out some food for the homeless. You are more than welcome to stay and help serve food if you'd like.
Well, yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. I don't know if I want to go home right now. I've got some more thinking to do.
The pastor leads Brynn through Moore's Last Retreat Church to a back room filled with various canned foods and paper cups. The two grab what they can carry, then make their way to the front of the church. Already, a group of bedraggled people had formed.
Pastor, it's wonderful to see you today.
And you, how is your dog? Who's a good boy?
He's not doing the greatest. I'm worried he might be sick. It's gonna start getting cold again, and I don't think he'll make it through winter if he is sick.
I'm sorry to hear that. Here.
The pastor took a bowl and filled it with water. She placed it at the man's feet. A small dachshund weakly made his way up the church steps to the water and began drinking.
While I was out this week, I bought some dog food. It's not much, but it's a couple cans. Do you have a can opener?
I use a knife.
Good. Take these. They're yours. Keep that pup of yours healthy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Brynn?
Pat?
Brynn! I didn't know you helped out at the church.
I just kind of did it today. Are you here to help out too?
Well, no, I'm not.
Are you here for food?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know you were down on your luck.
My sister Georgia and I have been living together. That's Georgia, and this is Memphis.
How do you do?
Heyo!
It's just that rent has been skyrocketing lately, and I'm a single dad. The money that doesn't go to bills goes to their food, clothes, all of that.
I've been doing what I can to help around the house.
What do you do?
Well, I'm a leader of a group of individuals interested in the history of Madison, Maine. We collect relics and recover long-lost history.
I hope you don't think less of us for not being able to afford anything.
Oh, no, of course not. Times are tough.
It's just easier to stop by for lunch. It means we're not spending as much money as we could be. Sometimes a penny is the difference between eating dinner with your kids or watching them eat alone.
And with there being 12 of us living in the house.
12? I thought you said it was just you three and the kids.
And a few other members of the group that relic hunt.
But we're not here to be down and depressing. It's really great to see you, Brynn. Means a lot to see you out here helping out.
The conversation continued while Brynn served various people. Something stirred in her heart. Pride? Perhaps. She felt good helping people like this. Maybe it'd be worth investing more time into. Meanwhile, Maxwell had reached out to Shaun. After their reconnection, the two would meet and go for a walk through the city of Madison, just simply talking about life and hanging out with one another. They had just passed Swanside Hospital a few blocks ago when...
Oh my god. Is that Brynn?
Looks like it. Wonder what she's doing there.
Looks like she's feeding the homeless. Is she still a church girl?
I don't know.
Oh? Did you two break up?
A little while ago, yeah.
Huh. Never heard about it.
I'm not exactly the type of guy to post to Facebook about that stuff.
No, you don't seem like the type of guy who would. I remember how much you hated MySpace. Hey, who's that she's talking to?
Looks like Pat and his sister. Don't know the third person.
Hey, maybe they're gonna have a three-way.
Dude.
Just a joke, man. Lighten up.
Yeah, Maxwell, lighten up. Make a friend. He never did anything wrong. Well, that's not true. He's a pretty awful person, but he never did anything wrong to you. Oh. Wait, that's not true either, is it? Honestly, this guy just gets whatever's coming to him, but still, don't let your negative personality take over, Maxwell. I want you to try to be positive. If you're gonna be a politician, you need to fake being likable. Why not give it a try on the least likable guy in town?
Sorry. My sense of humor is a bit less crude.
Backhanded, but closer.
You remember when we were kids and filled in all those potholes?
I remember doing it with your dad. You weren't around too much.
Well, regardless, I feel like that's really where our friendship started.
Oh, I totally agree. And after that, we went to each other's house to play as kids. Hell, you came to most of my high school ragers. You know, my parents are still pretty salty about you throwing up in the cupboards. We had to throw out so much food. But we're rich, so it didn't really matter. Dad made it seem like it was a big deal, spending all that money. But we got a fucking pool, man. The money is fine. Besides, they're paying for the place I'm living in now, and I don't owe a cent either.
Yeah, but to be fair, I bought the beer, so it's kind of like I supplied it to myself to throw up at that party.
I was so obsessed with doing a jello shot out of Brynn's belly button. Ugh, I was hoping she'd get hammered and we'd fuck. But oh well, you win some, you lose some.
This is starting to feel a bit borderline obsession. You know, he's mentioned her twice now, pretty quickly.
Why her? I mean, you were popular enough, you pulled pretty much every girl in school. Pat told me about your body count, so I figured you were interested in other girls.
Nah, man, it's always the girl that you can't get. Ugh, I used to fantasize about her all the time. And she was so dainty and religious, always wearing such modest clothes. You knew she was into some kinky shit. Probably an anal whore. Was she? Was she an anal whore?
I don't know.
You guys didn't try it? Ah, well, please tell me she was kinky in other ways.
We never had sex.
Oh, God. She really was saving herself for marriage. Does that mean you're still a virgin?
Yeah, we decided to wait till marriage, but we never really liked each other well enough to get married. The last few years of the relationship were really passive until I eventually broke up with her.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I didn't realize that's how it went. Well, anyways, I could probably buy her affection now if I wanted to. Yeah, she wouldn't have to be working at the church feeding homeless. I could just pay for her to be a housewife.
She's helping people, doing the greater good. Maybe she wants to do that.
Oh, believe me, nobody wants to help other people. If you're poor, then you suddenly feel like you have a connection to others and that the rich are keeping you down. When you're rich, you realize it's the poor who are hurting the poor.
But even with all your money, you could do something. Hell, you could probably buy all those people at the church a week's worth of dinner, even if it's just cans.
I can, but what's the point? They're just gonna eat it all and then they'll be hungry again. That's the issue. Poor people want to be poor. Anytime they get something, they spend it, or they eat it, or drink it, or waste it. It's why they're still poor and will always be poor. My father made his fortune because he knew he'd be rich someday, so he worked hard to get rich.
And if you didn't have your father's money, would you be poor?
No, because I don't want to be. I'd be able to work and get the fortune back if I need to.
You don't know what an honest hard day's work is like. I filled in all those potholes as a kid with my dad. You just sat around and watched, but you took all the credit.
Dude, we were like 7. If you're still mad about that, you need to get over yourself.
That's the thing, Shaun. You've always been like this ever since you were a kid. A greedy, self-absorbed asshole.
Man, you don't know shit. Literally all you preach is that you're going to save the world as some politician. That all the good is going to be done by you. And you're calling me self-absorbed. Nah, man, look. I didn't come here to be called names and shit by you. Fuck off. I'm gonna go call Emmaline.
Shaun turned on his heels and disappeared around the corner. Maxwell was left alone. Well, almost alone. Maxwell started making his way down Waterlone Lane, which eventually led to the Hillvale Cemetery.
That could have gone better, kiddo.
Went as well as I expected. Shaun's an ass.
Look, growing up, people didn't like me very much either. They were all like, "Oh, Maunus, you shouldn't terrorize the Wabanaki into committing mass murder against English colonists," or,
Maunus, you can't drop icebergs on the northern half of the continental United States. Or even, Maunus, you shouldn't eat your sister and absorb her power? That's cannibalism. But did I listen to them? No! What's my point again? Oh, right. You see, every time they said something like that, I just turn it right back on them. Is it really so bad if the Wabanaki kill the whites? They're just humans. Their lives are short. And it doesn't matter if I place polar caps here, because in a couple 100,000 years they'll melt and form a fresh water source for all of nature. See how I spin it to make it seem like a good thing? That's what you've got to do. Look, kid, I can show you the car and teach you how to drive, but if you don't find the keys, then we aren't going anywhere. You gotta work on your personality more. Find a cause. Find something that fires you up and gets the coals stirring.
It's selfishness. The fact that people with money, with power, choose not to do anything to help anyone else is the ultimate evil in this world. It's always been a part of humanity, hoarding supplies, but now it's worse than it's ever been. Because now we have the internet to help sow division through ourselves while the fat get fatter.
So we blow up the internet? Throw it back to the 90s when you have to dial it up?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the rich are using instruments to ensure the people stay weak and divided. But people aren't stupid. If I can see it's happening, then so can my fellow Americans. I will go out of my way to ensure equality between all. There'll be no more class divide. There'll be no starvation. There'll be no education inequality. Everyone will have the same opportunities and access. I will eradicate the power imbalance between us.
Careful there, sport. McCarthy would be pretty disappointed in the communist rhetoric you're spewing.
Communism, socialism, egalitarianism, humanism, I don't care what you call it. At the end of the day, everyone should be equal to everyone else.
And where do you sit on this chain?
Chain? There is no chain. It's a pool. Everyone will be thrown into the deep end, but no one will drown because the bodies of their fellow people will lift them above the waters.
There are gonna be people like Shaun who will fight against you every step of the way.
what you're talking about is revolution, not the French kind where they revolt and end up with a king 50 years down the line again. And those conversations scare the people in power. Even if you successfully reset the American system, hell, the world, you'll end up with people seeking to exploit the system and gain power. How can you assure equality?
I will stay at the top. I will watch my new society from above and ensure that equality reigns. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I just said your line.
You're right. Unless they're taught the perfection of my system, they'll want to find ways to throw off the balance. I'll make the sacrifice and watch from outside the system to ensure the system stays working.
Now you're starting to sound like a god! Maxwell, right now you're the blue robot and Rock'em Sock'em robots, and your opponent is punching at your head. One of you is gonna spring up into the air, and that'll be that. It'll all be over, so what are you gonna do to beat your opponents? Give a nice left hook.
People like Shaun are going to fight against me every step of the way. They'll start by lobbying against me, then voting against me, lawsuits, criminal charges. I've got to find a way for this to work.
Think of it like math, Maxwell. 1 + 1 - 1 - 1 equals 0. But if you start removing things from the equation, then it starts to balance out. U plus politics equals utopia. Take away the subtractions and you have perfection.
You're right. I'm going to need to remove parts of the equation.
That almost sounds like you're going to kill people.
We can never have perfection if people believe it's imperfect.
Maxwell crossed the threshold of an old, dilapidated archway. He passed into Hillvale Cemetery, the oldest and largest cemetery in Madison, Maine. Rows upon rows of people have been buried here, from the first settlers of Madison to those that died in the War of 1812, to Allie and Libby Weaver, who died in the summer of 2024. As Maxwell continued his walk, Shaun and Emmaline met at the Madison Mocha Tavern.
Hey, Emmaline. Figured we could talk for a minute.
What's up?
I was just out on a walk with Maxwell. He was a bit of a dick. But while we were out on the walk, we saw Brynn over at Moore's Last Retreat Church.
Really? I wonder what she was doing there.
I was gonna ask you the same thing. You seen her recently?
Yeah, we went for a walk earlier and talked. It was a bad conversation. Anyways, what can I do for you?
Are you two ready to order? One check or separate?
I'll take the check for both of us. I'll do a black coffee.
I'll also do black coffee.
2 black coffees coming right up.
So, I wanted to talk to you about Brynn. You remember that party we had back in high school when you first moved to Madison?
Yeah, that's where I met her and a ton of other people. What about it?
Well, I threw that party in the hopes of getting to know Brynn.
Really? Didn't you spend most of the night drinking? I'm pretty sure that's where she met and Maxwell first got together.
Yeah, it is. But anyways, I kinda always had a crush on her, and I figured you two live together, so would you mind seeing if she might like me back?
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Really? Oh, thanks so much. Could you just text me one way or another?
Yeah, I guess.
I've got your coffees right here.
A few weeks go by. Maxwell continued working on the Collins campaign while thinking about the potential for his own campaign. Pat and Georgia kept stressing about getting food on the table for their kids. Emmaline and Brynn had a rather quiet few weeks of avoiding one another. And Shaun? Shaun was Shaun. Though he checked his phone a little bit more often to see if Emmaline had texted him about Brynn, yes, life continued as normal until November of 2024. Emmaline had been let go from Swanside Hospital and had begun to stress about finding work. It took a few weeks, but eventually the news broke on MAD1 radio that someone was suing the hospital for negligence. The employee, Emmaline McKinley, had been released from her position in the hopes that the plaintiff might settle. But they continued the case nonetheless. Eventually, an article was written in the morning paper. Maxwell sat at the edge of a bar, reading it.
Emmaline McKinley, resident nurse at Swanside Hospital, has been fired from her position after allegedly neglecting a patient. McKinley claimed that she had traded patients with another nurse, but it was later found that the nurse had rejected the offer. Instead of tending to the patient, McKinley allegedly ignored the patient. When asked about the situation, McKinley reported that the patient gave her bad vibes. You see, Maunus, this is the issue. If you go to the hospital, you should not have to worry about your health from that point on. Nurses and doctors should not be able to refuse care to someone who needs it. They need to be trusted medical professionals. And if they can say no, then what stops other institutions like the police or firefighters from saying no? If we were to warp private hospitals into the government, the employees would face governmental restitution from their actions. Hospitals would have an obligation to help others.
Or fear of punishment. Do you think fear is a good motivator?
Yes, I do. You said it yourself. You reached out to me because you were afraid, because you were trapped. You didn't know what your kind would do to you, and now you're helping me become a better person to make a better world. Fear is a good motivator. When you're afraid, it makes you do good.
This he taken?
Pat, you're here. I was hoping you'd stop by.
Well, you did leave a rather frantic message on my voicemail. Hope you don't mind. I brought Georgia and Memphis. We won't be having any drinks. We've got to pick the kids up after this. What did you want to talk about?
If I were to run for mayor in the next election, would you support me?
Absolutely not.
No, not at all.
I don't even know who you are.
Why not?
Should I? Tell him.
Maxwell, you're too strong in your beliefs. You're full of yourself, which is great for being a politician, but not great if you're going to change the world. To socialize everything in a system and strengthen the national government to the point where it could collapse local and state government leads to a borderline dictatorship. Though I suppose congressmen and senators would jump there, that would be an oligarchy.
I would have said it nicer, but yeah, that's the thing, man. You've got big ambitions, but you wouldn't be able to implement it. You're too far left to appeal to the moderates, and the Republicans certainly would hate you. You'd really only be able to get Bernie supporters, and even then, you might be further than even Bernie supporters are willing to go.
We've been working together for a while now, Pat. I thought you'd support me. I thought you'd trust me.
I'm sorry. You're a great colleague on the Collins campaign, but Collins is a left-leaning moderate. She falls in line with my political ideals far more than you ever would.
So you wouldn't support perfection? I'm trying to make the world a better place, and I want to start with Madison. I'd be able to start programs that would help people like you or Georgia, so you don't have to worry about paying for your food. I'm trying to make it so your children will have jobs, will have places to live. I want to make it so people like Shaun can't hoard the wealth.
It all sounds great in theory, Maxwell. Really, it does. I want to be able to eat dinner with my niece and nephew. I want to know that they'll grow up and be needed in society and that they'll have somewhere to live. But it's the implementation that's the issue. These are all ideas that sound good, but people will fight you every step of the way. Government spending will increase tenfold, and when everyone is equal with a job and a place to live, somewhere to eat, where will the people go who break the mold? The creatives, the entrepreneurs.
You're fighting against me now.
You know, we said we wouldn't have any drinks, but how about I get us a few? Help loosen us a bit, huh?
We're not fighting. Think of it like a debate. We're trying to get you to see reason. These are good ideas, but you need to bring them down and cement them in reality and logic. That's why we can't support you, because your ideas are too grandiose.
I'm sorry I asked anything.
Don't be, man. It's alright. Max, well, where are you going?
Everyone is against me. Shaun will spend his money against me. Pat will vote against me. Emmaline will work against me. Can't they see I'm trying to make the world a better place?
No matter how much you explain things to people, sometimes they just don't get it.
I'm tired of this. I'm trying to make perfection, utopia. What am I doing wrong?
Well, I can tell you something you're doing right. You're talking more, so congrats on that. Look, buddy, pal, muchacho, hombre, senor, jefe, you're getting really grumpy, and I'm gonna need you to calm it down a bit. There's gonna be people against you. There's gonna be a lot of people against you, but that's the thing. No pain, no gain, bro. Think of it like this. Shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land in the stars.
Maunus, what the hell are you trying to say?
I'm rambling a bit, aren't I? It's not at all coherent. Observation. People are standing against you. Solution. Take out their legs. Don't let them have a foot to stand on. But that's not something you'd be able to get away with if you weren't cunning. So, once again, it's extremely important to point this out. You need to be more charismatic. Be a leader. Be convincing.
I care for these people. I don't want them dead, I don't think. It's easier if it's a random person I've never met. Or even if it's Shaun, but I've known Emmaline and Pat for most of my life.
I know you care about them. You care about everyone. But remember Brynn? Remember how you hurt her so you could help the greater good?
You just need to do that again. People are always going to stand against you, and it'll be people like your parents, friends, hell, even your cat might stand against you. But if you don't take care of them, then they'll stop you from helping everyone else.
You're right. If I don't stop them now, they might stop me in the future, and then the world would suffer.
Ding, ding, ding! That's exactly it.
Brynn knocked on Emmeline's door.
Hey, Emmaline. There's a show that came out a while ago called Castle Rock. It's a Stephen King thing that only ran 2 seasons, but I heard it was pretty good. Do you want to watch it?
Nah, it's okay.
Emmaline, I'm sorry. I didn't want to ruin our friendship.
It's not ruined. Everything's still okay.
Look, I feel like you've been ignoring me ever since that day.
I've been job hunting. I got terminated, remember?
I don't believe that.
You don't believe I got terminated?
No, not that. I don't believe that everything is still okay. It's been a few weeks now. We've barely talked to each other. We've been behind on our shows, and I feel like we're just getting more and more distant.
Well, I mean, I have been trying to give you some space ever since, and I definitely need some space too.
But I don't think I want this to be our lives, Emmaline. I've been thinking a lot lately, and I've realized I don't really know myself too well. I'm just trying to recover from all the trauma my dad gave me, but I don't want to lose who I am, I'm going into a discovery phase. I'm trying to figure out me, and I've been talking with so many people trying to figure things out.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know if I'm gay, Emmaline. I don't know if you're just my best friend or if I have feelings for you that I've been repressing because I wasn't sure if it'd be okay, but I do know that I at least want to give it a try. So, would you like to go out with me? Like, on a date?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well, do you think that maybe we could go out tonight?
I'd like that.
Sorry, it's Maxwell. Weird.
Convenient.
No, it's not like that. Hello?
Hey, I'm throwing together a little shindig over at the Aberhart farm. I'm trying to get a bunch of people together so I can say sorry, like, right to your faces. And I know I've not been good to you, or Emmaline. Would you like to come?
I don't know. I've got to talk to Emmaline.
Me?
I understand. Well, please consider coming. I'm gonna have dinner and drinks for everyone tonight.
Sure. I'll think about it.
What did he want?
He was inviting us to a party. He said he wanted to apologize to us in person about the bad things he's done to us.
Are you going?
Well, it'd be an awkward first date, but we could go together.
Let's do it.
Maxwell spent the rest of the day preparing the Aberhart farm for guests. He brought in alcohol, water, and catered various foods. The farm was well stocked for a party, much to Maunus' surprise.
I thought the point of this was to... Maybe. I don't want it to come to that if I can help it. This is their last chance. I can apologize to them, and they can either stand with me, or...
Things are gonna go wrong tonight, you know? I mean, if you've ever seen a horror movie, then you know how this plot is gonna go. It's like a Chekhov's gun. You've got the farm. You've got murder on your mind. Of course you're gonna murder.
Ah, shit. I'm the first one here, aren't I? Let me go circle the block a couple times.
No, this is perfect. I wanted to apologize to you first, anyway.
For what?
For calling you a greedy, self-absorbed asshole.
Don't end it there. Keep going.
I've been really unsatisfied with my life lately.
Yes, the pity card.
And I felt like I've been running in circles. It's been making me mad and sad. And I guess I just took it out on you. I'm really sorry for that. You're a good guy. You don't deserve that.
Hell no, I don't. But thanks, man. I appreciate it. Apology accepted. So, do I just go in, or...?
Go ahead. Looks like Pat and Georgia just pulled up. Pat, Georgia, thanks for coming. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for what I said back at the bar.
More!
I gave your words some thought, and you're right. I'm way too extreme. My views are a step in the right direction, but they've got to get dialed back. There's way too much hatred in them, and I know that. When you disagreed with me, it made me angry. There's no reason I should get angry. Passionate, maybe, but certainly not angry. If I believe in my views so much to the point that I get angry when people disagree with me, that means I'm the problem.
Maxwell, it's alright. I'm really proud of you for thinking about it some more, man. You've shown some real initiative.
A good politician is someone who will listen to others and consider changing their minds. If you keep this up, I might vote for you.
Thank you. And thank you again for coming today. Shaun's already inside if you want to talk with him. I'm going to join in just a minute.
Georgia and Pat went inside. They found Shaun sitting on a couch well into his second glass of whiskey. They grabbed their drinks and gathered around to begin catching up on the time they'd missed. Maxwell stood at the door, occasionally interjecting jokes into the conversation. He waited and waited and waited for Emmaline and Brynn to arrive. But it seemed like the two weren't going to show up. He turned and joined the three in the living room, and as he sat down, there was a knock at the door.
Come in. Brynn, Emmaline, I was hoping you two would stop by.
I can't ever say no to a party.
Why don't you come in? We were just having a few drinks and chatting.
You know I don't drink, Maxwell.
That's all right. I'll grab some sodas for you. Please, take a seat.
Is it just us? No one else is coming?
Yeah, I invited a few more people, but I guess it was such a short notice they won't be able to make it. It happens.
How did you get this farm, man?
I dug into my savings a bit. Talked with Miss Aberhart and rented the house from her for the evening.
You're telling me that you rented someone else's house just to apologize to us?
Yeah, it meant a lot to me.
Dude, that's some serious dedication right there.
Where'd Mrs. Aberhart go?
She's out for the evening, visiting her nephew. As you all know, I've invited you here to try and fix our relationships. I've been thinking a lot lately, and I've hurt each of you in a pretty bad way. I wanted to extend my apologies and see if I can't become a better person.
Already better in my eyes.
Are you already drunk? Are we that late?
Oh, you know Shaun. He's drunk way before the party starts.
Hey, did you ever do the thing you said you'd do?
Who are you talking to?
Emmaline.
No, Shaun, besides now probably isn't the best time to talk about this.
Nah, it is. Because here's the thing. She's here now.
Care to enlighten the rest of the group?
Brynn, would you like to go out on a date with me?
What?
Shaun, now really isn't the time.
I don't want to do that.
You're still fucking Maxwell, aren't you?
No, we've never had sex.
Why is it always sex with you? Maybe she'd actually like you if you bought her flowers or something even mildly romantic.
Oh, please, you don't get to talk. It's not like you ever did anything for me.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Brynn, I know you're a slut. We can just go in the back room and prove it.
Shaun, what the hell is wrong with you? There is no way you just said that.
Everything is heating up, Maxwell!
Are you doing this?
Doing what?
The water was already warm. I'm just adding salt to keep the boil.
Emmaline stood to her feet.
Shaun, don't you say anything else!
Maxwell looked between the group members. A plan began to formulate in his mind.
Does anyone need anything? I'm going to head to the kitchen.
You promised you'd ask her for me, Emmaline. What good is a friend if you can't trust them to ask a simple question they said they would?
I'm not interested in you, Shaun. Stop asking!
All of you need to shut up!
You're just adding to the noise, Pat.
Oh, speaking of noise, look who finally decides to make some. You realize all you do is whine, whine, whine. I'm the likable one out of the two of us, and when you're around, I gotta try way harder than I'd like.
Maxwell returned from the kitchen with a knife in hand. He looked at the group before him. Most had stood up. Pat was getting in George's face, while Emmaline and Shaun were yelling at each other. But Brynn simply stood by the door and watched, dumbstruck.
This isn't right. What's happening?
So, Maxwell joined her by the door.
Do you trust me, Brynn?
No, not at all. You shattered any trust I had for you a long, long time ago.
Each of these people have tried to stop me from moving forward. To stop me from making my utopia. They've all said or done things in an attempt to stop me. Everyone except for you, Brynn. You're the only person here who hasn't wronged me. And so, I wanted to extend my hand to you, in peace. These people are just going to get in my way, but you won't. I'm going to have to rule the new world from the outside. I'll create a perfect system, but I'll have to live outside of it to make sure that it works properly. Brynn, I'd like to observe this system with you by my side. We dated for so long, we know each other so well. It only feels right.
Right. Maxwell, you neglected me for years. You only ever did what you wanted to do. When I asked you for help with my dad, you left. When I asked you for money, you...
See? He is a greedy, self-absorbed asshole. I'm not the only one who thinks it.
Shut up, Shaun.
Nah, man. It's about time someone put you in your place. I'm gonna break your fucking jaw.
Shaun drunkenly stumbled toward Maxwell. He threw a punch at him, which struck Maxwell across his cheek.
See, if you don't stop them now, they'll stop you, and they'll use force. They'll kill your dream, and then they'll kill you!
You're right.
Who's right?
Come on, Maxwell. Got anything in you? Any fight? Or are you just a pussy boy?
Maxwell turned to Shaun, anger brewing up within him. His eyes narrowed, and his breath came in short, ragged bursts. The room seemed to constrict around them. Without a word, Maxwell lunged forward, his hand gripping the hilt of the cold, steel knife. The blade glinted menacingly in the dim light as it pierced through Shaun's stomach. Shaun's eyes widened in shock as the energy within him seemingly drained away. His breath hitched, a choked gasp escaped from his lips as he stumbled backward. Maxwell's face twisted in a grotesque mask of satisfaction and torment, his grip tightening on the knife as he drove it deeper and twisted. Shaun's vision blurred, the edges darkening as his strength ebbed away. He collapsed to the floor, clutching at the wound, his fingers slick with blood. The room fell silent, save for the sound of Shaun's labored breathing and the drip of blood pooling beneath him. Shaun looked around the room, desperately pleading with his eyes for anyone to come and help him. But all sets of eyes were fixed on Maxwell.
Man, even my death is all about you.
A final breath released from Shaun's lips, and then he was dead. The party stood in silence for ages before Maxwell turned and looked up at the rest of the group. Each head turned from Maxwell down to the body at his feet, then back up to Maxwell. A flicker of fear darted across Georgia's face as her eyes met Maxwell's. She took a cautious step back, her instincts screaming for her to run, but it was too late. With a primal roar, Maxwell leaped forward, his eyes wild with a bestial fury.
Why?
The room seemed to blur around him as he closed the distance, the knife held high, ready to strike. Georgia's heart pounded in her chest, her breath caught in her throat. She tried to move, to escape, but her legs felt rooted to the spot, paralyzed by terror. Brynn turned to the door and opened the handle. She dashed out of the threshold and onto the front porch. But before her was no farm, no parked cars, no forest. Instead, before her was nothingness. A black void, as if the farmhouse had been lifted up from the ground and dangled above an abyss. She turned back toward the house just in time to see Maxwell's knife arcing downward. Georgia raised her arms in a futile attempt to shield herself, a scream building in her throat as she finally found it within herself to move. But the blade found its mark, plunging into her heart with a sickening thud. The scream was cut short and replaced with a gurgling gasp as she slid to the ground. Maxwell's face twisted maniacally as he turned to Pat.
Georgia! No!
It was always going to end this way. They want to stop you, Maxwell. They want to destroy your utopia before it is even formed. You've already killed 2, just 3 more to go, and the world will be safe forever. You sacrificed so much to get here.
Pat watched as his sister died in front of him. Fury rose within him, and he leapt toward Maxwell. Pure, unbridled hatred flashed in his eyes. Maxwell barely had time to register the shift before Pat was upon him. With a fierce yell, Pat swung his arm, aiming a punch directly at Maxwell's face. The blow connected with a resounding crack, sending Maxwell stumbling backward. But Pat didn't stop there. He lunged at Maxwell, using the momentum to drive him into the nearest wall. Maxwell's head struck the plaster with a dull thud, momentarily dazing him. Pat's fists flew in a flurry of punches, each one fueled by similar animalistic fury. Maxwell regained his senses and managed to shove Pat away, gasping for breath.
Help me!
Emmaline looked at Brynn, then launched forward. Pat and Emmaline lunged at Maxwell too. Emmaline grabbed one of Maxwell's arms, while Pat seized the other. Maxwell struggled violently, but their combined strength was too much for him. They forced him down to his knees, their grips unyielding.
What are you gonna do now? Huh? Hold him steady!
Pat shifted his weight to keep him steady. Emmaline's grip was iron as her nails dug into Maxwell's arm. Blood began to funnel from the wound. With a coordinated effort, they lifted Maxwell to his feet and began dragging him toward the basement door. Maxwell's heels scraped against the floor as he fought back, writhing and thrashing in their grip. They reached the basement door, and Pat kicked it open with a swift motion. The dark staircase yawned before them. Without hesitation, Pat and Emmaline shoved Maxwell forward. Maxwell's body bounced and rolled, each impact punctuated by a sickening thud. His screams echoed through the basement, until, finally, he landed in a crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs, his body motionless. Pat and Emmaline stood at the top of the stairs, breathing heavily, their faces flushed with exertion and adrenaline. Brynn snuck behind them and peered over their shoulders.
Is he?
I don't know, but he's certainly not getting up anytime soon. Someone call the police.
I don't have any cell reception.
I went outside and it's like everything else disappeared. I can't see our cars or the barn or anything.
What?
Emmaline rushed to the door to confirm what Brynn was saying.
You're right, there's nothing here.
Pat slammed the basement door and rushed to the front door, panicked.
How is this even possible?
Maxwell lay in the darkened basement.
Maxwell. Oh, Maxwell. Now's not the time to lay down, Maxwell. Perfection is right in front of you, right within your reach.
My shins. I think my shins are shattered. I might have a concussion. Oh, my shoulders. It all hurts.
Oof, that's a tough one, kiddo. Life sucks, then you die, I guess.
Fuck. God! Is there anything you can do for me?
Well, yes. But you've gotta want it. I can make it all feel better. Doesn't mean your shins won't still be shattered, but it means you won't notice it. You just gotta give me control. At least for a little bit. What do you think? Sacrifice some control so you can save the world?
Fucking fine. Yes. Take away the pain.
The shadowy earring began to stir. It shook and rattled back and forth before tearing from his ear in a spurt of blood. It fell to the ground, but there was no metallic clang. The shadows began to spew forth from the earring, entering the already darkened basement. It began to seep its way onto Maxwell's flesh, covering his shins first before spreading up and along his body.
Now, we are Maxwell.
The eldritch hybrid grasped the knife, then dug it into the wooden stairs. He used his upper body strength to rise up a singular stair, then another, and another. Each step crawling closer and closer to the closed door at the top of the staircase.
Is he stabbing through the door? What kind of Jack Nicholson shit is this?
Keep your attention focused on Georgia. She might still pull through.
She's dead. Shaun's gone. We need to figure out something to do before...
Shit!
He's through!
Here's Johnny!
Maxwell, what happened to your voice?
Pat, how do you feel about dying today?
I'll kill you.
Brynn, follow me upstairs.
I'll fucking kill you!
Pat closed the gap between him and Maxwell in a mere number of seconds. He landed a punch on him, then another, and then another. But Maxwell took the punches with a smile on his face. The shadow rose up to his neck, then washed over his eyes, nose, mouth, until eventually Maxwell himself was an undulating form of darkness.
What the hell are you?
Me? I'm Maxwell.
The doors are all locked.
No, that one at the end of the hallway is open. We could go for the door and...
Oh, hi. Everyone just hiding up here because...
He's here.
Go for the door!
The two women sprinted for the door, but Maxwell moved with an inhuman pace. He quickly caught up to the women and raised his knife for the kills.
I don't want to die. God, forgive me.
In perhaps the first selfish act ever committed by Brynn, her survival instincts took over, her foot outstretched and connected with Emmaline, of whom tripped and fell to the floor. A moment later, Brynn was behind the door, locking it. She could hear Emmaline's screams from outside the room, yelling for her help, begging for her to come back. Then, Emmaline fell silent.
That was very out of character for you, Brynn. You sacrificed Emmaline and whatever relationship you might have had with her, or maybe it wasn't a sacrifice, but selfishness? You know, you're starting to feel like a completely different person. Are you feeling like you?
You're not Maxwell. Maxwell would never do this.
No, Maxwell wanted this. You think he invited you to this house because he wanted to apologize? All of you were going to stand in his way. He'd never be able to fix this country, fix humanity with people like you around. You were holding him back. You always were.
Did you ever care for me?
I think I did once. I think I did for a long time, but sometimes I'm not sure.
Sometimes it feels like I never did. I certainly spent longer not caring about you than I did caring.
But maybe I was supposed to never care about you.
What have I ever done wrong to you, Maxwell? I've always been there for you. I've always been there. And I've asked you to be there for me, but you never were. Please, Maxwell, for once in your life, do something selfless. Let me go.
Why would I ever do that?
She's right. I've just abused her the whole time I've known her. When we first met, I wanted someone to play with. When my father died, I needed someone to comfort me. When she was in college, I needed someone to listen to me, and even now, I only invited her here because I wanted her to be by my side.
Gee, you're as flimsy as Jell-O. Just changing your mind, willy-nilly. Look, Maxwell, I'm helping you out here, pal. I'm cutting your ties to the past so you can look forward to the future.
I don't want to kill her. For once, let me do something good for her. Maunus, release her.
Please just let me go.
Buddy, if you want her to escape, it's way too late.
No, it's not.
Brynn pressed her ear against the wood, straining to hear any movement. Suddenly, a series of thuds and scratches broke the silence, echoing through the door. Maxwell's eyes flew open, wild and unfocused. His breathing came in rapid, shallow bursts as he frantically looked around the upstairs hallway. His hands began to twitch, then clawed at the air, before descending upon his own skin with a fevered urgency. His fingers raked across his arms and chest, leaving angry red marks in their wake. Maxwell's nails dug deeper, tearing at his flesh and peeling darkness from the topmost layer. The sound of tearing fabric mingled with the wet, sickening noise of skin being clawed and ripped. Maxwell's shirt hung in tatters, his chest and arms now exposed and raw, streaked with blood and sweat. His body convulsed with each frantic attempt to rid himself of Maunus. Brynn, on the other side of the door, recoiled at the noises, her heart pounding in her chest. Maxwell's strength began to ebb, his movements slowing as exhaustion took its toll. His frantic scratching gave way to weak, sporadic swipes. His energy was spent. His body trembled uncontrollably, his breaths coming in ragged, uneven gasps.
Go, Brynn. Get out now.
Finally, Maxwell's hands fell limply to his sides, bloodied and raw. His eyes now stared blankly into the nothingness of near death. The room fell silent, save for the faint, labored sound of his breathing, leaving Brynn to herself. Wasting no time, Brynn launched toward the window. She unbolted it and jumped from the second story. Pain shot up her right leg as she landed on the grass below, but it didn't stop her. Adrenaline filled her veins. The outside world had returned to normal, and the dark void that was there had dissipated into the Awendula Forest and Tomlin Highway. She ran and ran and ran down the highway until the adrenaline succumbed and she passed out from the pain.
Maxwell, what have you done?
I've given her a chance.
Maxwell, this is supposed to be a partnership, but you've gone and fucked it all up. I can't be partners with someone who doesn't understand the ways of the world.
Then maybe this partnership should end.
Oh yeah, I'm terminating the contract. Thank you for freeing me from my prison. It's been nice knowing you, Maxwell. Goodbye. Forever.
It's my body. My mind. You get nothing!
That's where you're wrong, Maxwell. You've no strength left. All I need to do is bring my foot down on your neck, and I am Maxwell Theodore Harkless now, and you're nothing. Just like I was.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce my campaign for mayor against incumbent Democrat Abigail Collins.
It's time for a change.
Under my leadership, I can guarantee the world will change.
I can't sit on the sidelines anymore, simply just watching.
And here's the thing. I've been watching for a long, long time. I've been watching this world get rougher and rougher.
I have to stand up and do something right. For all of us.
That's why I'm scared for my life right now. For yours, for all of ours.
I am Maxwell Harkless. And I am going to change the world.
Thank you for listening and watching this production of Evil It Crawled, written by Noah Martin and performed by Retrospection Radio Theater. I'm your host, Noah Martin, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Boxland for hosting us tonight. Featured in the cast tonight are Evan Kret as Maxwell Harkless, Ladyperez as Brynn Whitley, Staten as Emmaline McKinley, Ashley James as Maunus, with Abdul Dixon as Pat, Elijah Zink as Shaun, and Heather Schultz, Newt Harvey, and Victoria Vahedy providing additional voices. If you enjoyed Retrospection Radio Theater, then consider listening to Season 7, which will be releasing on January 2nd. You can follow us across various social media platforms by searching Retrospection Multimedia. Thank you again for coming tonight. I hope you have found your fears and faced your peace.